Lutheran Family Service is a mercy arm of the church. Our job is to try to make sure that Jesus has a big reach into the worlds that we work in. And that's mental health, that's adoption, that's pregnancy counseling, that's teaching and learning in the church.
Lutheran Family Services was like a family to us. Adoption actually has always been on both my husband and I's heart. Even before we got married, we live on my husband's family dairy farm. When the boys were 3 months old, we found out who the birth father was, and he was incarcerated and he wanted rights to them. It was 18 months from the boy's birth till the adoption was finalized. I love that LFS is first and foremost, they want what's best for the birth mom.
One of the really important pieces of our work these days are rescuing Down syndrome children. The vast majority of children, when they're identified in the womb with an extra chromosome, are aborted.
When Grant and I were pregnant with our first child, we did not know that she was going to be born with Down syndrome. We did not choose Cheyenne. God chose her for us. But now it was our turn to step forward in faith and choose a child with Down syndrome. I did connect with Lutheran Family Service. They wanted to start a special needs adoption program and have our family be like the pilot family to that. So now we are a very busy family with 6 kids, and Grace is so full of life and joy.
It's really important we keep our church workers healthy so that the devil doesn't rob the joy of ministry and take that passion out of their heart for their people.
I've always struggled with my faults and failures, thinking that, that all automatically considered me unworthy to do things within the church. Since my dad was a pastor, I really struggled with that through my first call. I'm starting to hit a real low rock bottom. I told my wife, I think I need to either talk to somebody about this or just quit the ministry and just stop everything. Lutheran Family Service literally saved my ministry. I would not be a pastor today if it was not for my counselor. Not only was she a trained counselor, but also a pastor's wife. And so she knew a lot of the inside and out of not only the hardship of the job, but even watching her husband struggle with these things.
All that we do in counseling is focused on trying to make people well.
Spencer, Iowa was part of a flood unlike anything they'd ever seen. The water was up to my chest, and I'm pulling my son and holding this small bag of belongings. And all I could see down the street was a man walking towards us. And my son says, "It's Pa Pete." It was my dad. The next day I started experiencing flashbacks. I started having panic attacks. And one thing the flood taught me, seeing my father come out to me, is that was the most perfect picture of Jesus coming into our mess of a world. Because we have a God that loves us. My father was fully prepared to give his life to save my son and I. Lutheran Family Service was a lifeline for me at my darkest time.
LCF is a great organization for helping recognize service organizations of the church, like Lutheran Family Service. You can bet they'll walk alongside of you.